Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
So it's away we go then. Chip through. Hits one! Gets the chance. Massive lead! Tries to get it forward quickly. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Good ball. Keeper's ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Goes long. And the ball is out of play. Looks to clip it forward. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Goalkeeper's ball. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Played it short. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
He's gone for it! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's a real shame, Peter, because it was beautifully worked. Took the defence out of the picture, but he'll be in no hurry to watch the replay.
Pinged forward. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Thought back on the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish. after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Thailand clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game and chance!
And in it goes! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
That's great strength on the ball. Finds himself eased off the ball. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
To the good, they have breathing space. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Forward it goes. Looks to dink one in. Good ball. And he's onside. Danny. He's picked him out. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Cleared without complication. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Hoists it forward. That'll be a throw. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's there to cut it out. Philip. Taken out, that'll be a foul. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, so we hope it's nothing serious. solid, if not especially fancy, always in control. They did enough to win it. Well, they really needed that. Nothing decided yet, but they are in it going into the final group game. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Thailand kept such a high defensive line and squeezed the game with really good pressure on the ball, and it made the big difference. It helped them to control things to their liking, and they look comfortable in it for me.
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. England faced here with what can already be a make-or-break game.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
Got things underway. Tries to dink it in. He's off, but has a pop! Take the lead.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Australia didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? And it's played forward with a delicate ball. He's got options out wide. A chance to play it in. Crosses into the area. Cuts it out. In with the challenge. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. There will be a throw-in. He's making good... looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box, and that speaks of little ambition.
Gets it back. Australia are very keen on the aerial route.
Look, if you're good at it and instructed to carry on doing it, then you find a way of making it work, and they are.
A real chance to break. And he's straight offside. Has a pop! And now they can launch a counter. Played out to the right. A really good feat. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Keeper sends it forward. And help's available out wide. And the shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. To review the first half.
England clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
England come in, having established... That's surely a foul, free kick. Now hits one! A fine save!
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Clearance and very necessary. Out to the right. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum. He's had a go! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, the work rate to win the ball back was fantastic, and it set up the opportunity. That's great effort.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Done very well to intervene. Tries to... And a header! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Australia have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Strong punch. Chance! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Hoists it forward. Gets his foot in there. Breaks on here. Right through the middle. Shoots! He scored! 2 to the good! They have breathing space!
And you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
England get themselves a 2-goal cushion. England have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Going through, goes for goal! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now a chance to break. Deftly done. Away from immediate danger. Finds himself eased off the ball. And time is up. England gain victory here, and on balance they were worth it. Now, they've done what they needed to here. They've bounced back from defeat on day one. It is a win that keeps them bang in contention. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match, and if you can back that up with an early goal, it just energises everybody.
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. A moment of great pride, the anthems. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation could be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
So it's away we go then. With a delicate ball. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Forward it goes.
Italy have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Drives it towards the front. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Danger averted for now. Ball is over the line. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And it's played forward. It's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Put a stop to that. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And so we have the first set piece of the game. And he's going direct. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
He's made sure that that won't get through. And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
unspectacular but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
Mexico head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. Well, we're already into the second period.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here. Chance!
And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Has a pop! Missed by a fraction. That's offside. Yes, it is. Gets it upfield, gets it back. Goes long. Cut out in the nick of time. Good clearance and very necessary. Oh, a few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. Well, I think... That's it! Shapes to shoot! Time for a change in personnel. And that's been levered clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift. Italy showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Tries to get it forward quickly. And there goes the final whistle. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Mexico can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Portugal are right up against it. An opening day defeat, which their boss attributed to opening day nerves. Whatever the reason, what is absolutely clear is that they need to avoid defeat now. Should they lose again, then their presence in the competition is hanging by a thread. They will be desperate to avoid that state of affairs. It's a stressful day, and a big performance is needed.
The Estadio José Alvalade in Lisbon, a really impressive arena, named, of course, in honour of the founder of its occupants, Sporting Lisbon. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal.
Portugal faced here with what can already be a make-or-break game.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
Can he find... Has a pop! Goal! Portugal!
That's the start dreams are made of, and that has to give them great confidence for what's to come.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Because of that first goal now, it's a great opportunity to make it one-way traffic and add to this lead.
And it's played forward. What an adventurous run from a defender. Towering header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Now, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Forward it goes. Chance! And he's there to hoof it away. Battles to win it back. Referee has just said play on. Tries to get it forward quickly. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Dashing forward at pace.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Silva! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
To safety. going for goal! Oh, that is an awful miss. Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
That's been drilled forward. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Good take. It's one! Hoists it forward. And it's half-time here. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well, there's good movement off the ball, the passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Portugal leading 1-0 at the break. So we're already into the second period. Portugal carrying a one-goal lead. And the weighted pass. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. And that has been clubbed away.
Managed to get it all wrong. Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Up to meet it! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear!
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Portugal get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
Time for a change in personnel. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
That is an adventurous run down the left-hand side.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ramirez. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He's got options out wide. Well read, he sorted that out. Out to the left it goes. Referee's given a throw. Gets away from his opponent. Away from immediate danger. And that's that. A decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt, they were the better side, and the result reflects as much. Well, they've done what they needed to here. They have bounced back from defeat on day one. It is a win that keeps them bang in contention. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, looking back on this, the early goal had a big...
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Everybody standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation could be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
That's got things underway. Chip through. Cleared away. Gets it upfield. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
It's a corner. They've played it short. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's played forward. Could move up a gear here. Out to the left it goes. That is terrific skill. Goes for goal! Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Good ball. He's had a shot! And the follow-up! Out to safety. There are a few waiting for it. And now they can launch a counter. Little by way of goal-mouth action yet. Plays it out to the flank. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner. He's picked him out. And the first half is done. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Tries to switch the play. Hoists it high. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
Hits one! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Nil the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. The Netherlands disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Hits one! And he has been fouled there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So what can they conjure from this one? And the potential here for the first goal of the game. What a save! Terrific reactions! In for the follow-up! He scores! Finally the breakthrough!
finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Denmark break the deadlock.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming. Still, there's a fair bit of time if you're going to think about defending it now.
It's a throw. Has a hit! Plays it out to the wing.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
There to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
The Netherlands can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
A worry or two.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Time added on, 4 minutes. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Tries to get it forward quickly. So that's it. It is all over. Denmark, hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. Oh, they really needed that. Nothing decided yet, but they are in it going into the final group game.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
It is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it with the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. The Estadio Monumental here in Buenos Aires, one of the most recognisable stadia in South America. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. Argentina faced here with what can already be a make-or-break game.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact. And this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation could be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
So it's down to business here. With a delicate ball. Turns and goes back. Big chance! Oh, brilliant! The captain has surely won it!
Well, from our impartial perch, you couldn't ask for a more spectacular start to a game. And with the skipper responsible too, it just lends the moment a bit more oomph. And let's hope it carries on in a similar vein.
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Good has a hit! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the shot!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Gets it into the middle. Gets up to head it! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
And now they can launch a counter. Real chance! It's broken loose. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. He's gone for it! He's gone for it! In for the follow-up! Up to meet it! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
Argentina are in control here on the brink of half-time. Hoists it forward. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. And it's played forward. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Dashing forward at pace. He's picked him out. Gets on the end of it. He's had a shot! And in it goes! And this is getting better and better.
Argentina are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Argentina. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Argentina sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. Forward it goes. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. And out to safety. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. That's offside, yes it is. Gets it upfield. Chip through. Massive leap! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Nice to get it forward quickly. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Defenders on the back foot. Nicely measured pass. It's got has a hit! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Argentina are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
I just think that's really good management, introducing one of his younger players when the pressure's totally off, just allowing him some valuable, easy on-field experience time.
Argentina take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight. Forward it goes. And the counter is on.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting. Oh. It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
And he's there to hoof it away.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in a real honest shift.
Kings it in.
Well, decisiveness has deserted them, Peter. They need precision, and it's sadly absent.
And a header! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Well positioned to make that interception. Hoists it forward. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. That's good intervention, things could have got far worse than that. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Argentina, glass apart, opponents torn apart. They are comprehensive winners. Well, they've done what they needed to here. They've bounced back from defeat on day one
It is a win that keeps them bang in contention. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Argentina won thanks to a disciplined game plan.